Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Mitchell Roulane proudly brings to you the Wrestling Diaries. Was that a little over the top, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Wrestling Diaries podcast show for the average Joe, the inspiration station, blue collar conversation coming at you. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, and a plethora of other platforms that host audio podcasts. Our video is also on Spotify as well. Check us out. Give us some love. Write us a review. Give us 5 stars or 1 star. Even like bad stuff is still good stuff, I guess. But don't really do that. Do 5 stars. YouTube for the video content. The other video content. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content. We release once a week. Today we have a very special guest on, ladies and gentlemen, $1 Million Go! Robert Roy. Robert Roy, the infamous little brother. Well, no, I can't say little. Bigger younger brother of Matt behind the camera, the producer Matt. His brother Robert on the show today. Hello, Robert.
Hello. It's good to be back.
Why'd you want to be on the show, Robert?
I mean,
enough about you. Let's talk about me. So when I was little, So Robert, you just recently moved back from Michigan.
Semi-recently.
The last time we talked, actually, that was one of your goals, which is interesting, right? Like you actually, if you see that show, like you're talking about coming back from Michigan and how you want to move back to Alabama, and then now you're here again, and you've done that. So it's like you can literally see like the manifestation of future in these two pieces.
Yeah, there's been a couple of goals. They're not big goals compared to other people, maybe, but to me they were big. Getting back down here, getting a better job. As soon as I got down here, almost immediately things. Past 6 years in Michigan, not so good, but as soon as I get back down here, things are rolling. Little setback here recently, but
yeah,
it won't take long.
We'll talk about that in a minute. So what's the main reason why you hate Michigan so much and all of its people?
I mean, it might not be just the state, but it just seemed like it was bad luck. Like last time we were talking about this, last time I was on, it just seemed like there was some bad juju or something. Right. I don't know.
But didn't you tell me the last time we spoke that, all people in Michigan, they're real dumb, they have small brains, you don't like your family up there?
Wow. I didn't say that, but
I was trying to keep a straight face. I couldn't do it. My poker face is weak.
I mean, most of the people that I've encountered is rude as, can I say?
Yes, please. I would be upset if you didn't.
Rude as you say sir or ma'am to them, they think you're being rude.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, let's walk through this. Like, how would this work out exactly?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
I'd get this dagger look. Like, I ain't a ma'am. I ain't old.
How dare you, you piece of crap.
My bad.
Me, ma'am.
That's how I was raised. My bad.
Yeah.
Should I call you a instead?
You should have. Dude, that would be... when I worked at Red Lobster as a waiter once, right? Serving.
Yeah.
And there's this guy, I was like, I was pretty, I'm a very personable person, obviously, very outgoing and talkative, and I can make friends with like a couch cushion. But, so people would come in and I'd be like, oh, hey, what's going on? What's up, friend, buddy? How are y'all doing? What's up? And so like this guy was in there with his wife. He was an older gentleman. Like, I mean, they're probably early 50s, maybe late 40s. I don't know, somewhere around that range. And they came and sat down, and I took his wife's order, and then I came up to him and I was like, all right, what can I get for you, buddy? Just said it just like that. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll get that right in. And then I was like, all right, what can I do for you, buddy? Just like that. And he goes, hold on a second, man. Don't call me your buddy. I ain't your buddy. You don't even know me, man. And then I go, oh.
Something triggered him.
Okay, guy, what can I get for you today? Dude, that pissed me off so bad. Luckily, like I keep some semblance of maturity for myself and professionalism, because I wanted to be like, oh, I'm sorry, you piece of shit. What can I get for you today that I will spit in?
Right.
That's what I wanted to say. But instead, I was just like, I'm sorry, guy, man, that better? And his wife was over there kind of snickering and like just putting her hands in her eyes.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, what?
You're just trying to do your job.
Yeah, it's that's so funny. So you telling me that kind of reminded me of that story. Oh, and then another one. I was working at this place once, and this guy, very outspoken and loud and flashy, and he did. I was like, "Oh, hey, can you hand me that?" And he handed it to me, and he was like, "I was like, oh, thank you, sir." And he was like, "Whoa, hey, man, don't call me sir, man. Call me anything you want, but sir, don't call me sir." And I go, "Okay, ma'am."
Right.
And he was like, "Whoa, what?" And I was like, "You'd rather me call you ma'am then?" And he was like, "No, of course not." I was like, "Well, I mean, you said don't call you sir, so ma'am, or I can call you dog or cat or inanimate object."
Right.
And he was like, no. And he looked so disrespected. I was like, I mean, you just like, I'm not saying it disrespectfully. I'm like, it's like a general greeting.
Yeah, just manners is backwards apparently now. I don't know.
Well, I guess
should you be rude?
Somebody could make the argument like, well, you don't know what I identify as. So if you call me sir, that's disrespectful. Well, right. But if I don't know, then you can just correct me like, oh, sorry, I don't go by sir. And say, like, don't call me that, you off. How dare you, person I don't even know.
I try to just go they until they tell me otherwise.
Yeah, that's a good place to float around. That's what I do. I've been doing that back before that was even a thing, right? Because I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Anyway.
Hard not to offend anybody anymore.
Is there anything that you miss about being in Michigan?
I mean, there's people I miss. I miss my family. I'm not going to name names, but they know who they are.
You know who you are, family misses you.
The last job that I had, I hate how it ended because I actually liked the job. I have a better paying job now, but I actually liked the boss. He helped me out anytime.
The boss in Michigan?
Yes. Anytime I had issues with my vehicle, he would just throw some money at it, say because he needed me there.
Yeah.
He appreciated my work.
That's a good boss.
He's probably in his 70s or something. He's old school farmer.
All right.
So he was out there working with us.
Did you ever pay him back?
Yeah. Oh. Every time. The next paycheck, because it wasn't an outstanding bill.
Yeah.
Gas or what. This is what I was talking about. As soon as I get down here, I have money all of a sudden. Yeah. Up there, it was always a constant struggle. Anybody can say, oh, it's not about where you're at. It's about what you're doing. Well,
that's not true.
That's not true at all. I've experienced 6 years of bad luck.
Yeah.
Call it whatever you want.
It's definitely not true. If that was the case, there wouldn't be so many people leaving California, moving out of California. Like big people, not just like random, but like celebrities. They're moving to Texas, Florida, different places.
Stuff is expensive now, but it's still cheaper down here compared to up there.
Yeah.
They live like they're kings.
Right.
Or at least the price of it, everything.
Yeah, and the only small price you have to pay for living down here to get all that extra freedom and all that extra awesomeness is just, to date your cousin. I don't think that's a big deal. You're not asking for much, It's not like your brother or sister. It's just a cousin, What are the chances you're going to get an inbred child looking mutant from a cousin? Maybe a sister, maybe, right? Cousin, that's all right.
I heard that joke so many times up there.
I bet, dude. Oh,
so much.
You're from Alabama? Oh,
yeah.
You slept with your sister and your cousins, huh?
Almost every situation.
Oh, man.
As soon as they found out I was from the South, that was the first joke.
I saw a YouTube video that turned my stomach, I think maybe a couple months ago, but it was this prep rally or something at a high school. And these selected students or students that volunteered were blindfolded, and then they were going to get a kiss from their secret crush.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like somebody that they had a secret crush on or whatever. I think it was a Valentine's Day thing. It was a prep rally, getting ready for the football or basketball or whatever the hell it was. But the people that were kissing these blindfolded teenagers, these high schoolers, were their parents.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's like a girl, she's blindfolding herself, and then her dad's kissing her. A boy, he's blindfolded, his mom's kissing. And here's what's really disgusting. Like one of them was almost like a mild makeout.
Mm.
And then they're like, all right, everybody, now let's pull the blindfolds off and you can see your secret admirer. And it was their parents, and it was supposed to be a big joke because now all the students were like, and then their parents are like, I got you. You thought it was your girl you liked or something, but it was your papa kissing you. That's not funny.
No.
That literally, I was like, what the fuck
That is way
this?
too far.
That is horrible. But here's what's funny. In the comment section, they're like, oh, these people must be from Alabama. They're from Alabama. They're from Alabama. They're from Alabama. And then they came out, and it turned out that this was a place was actually up north. I think it was like Rhode Island or somewhere like in the Northeast.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, F you guys sitting here saying it's Alabama. This is these people up north. That's what they were doing. They thought it was funny. I was like, why would you do? Why that could potentially for some of those kids probably cause some kind of like childhood trauma, right? Especially the one like there's the mom. She like literally was almost like making out with her. Like I want to fight those parents. I want to fight them and be like, who thought this was a good idea? Who? I want to fight you to the death,
buddy.
But yeah. So Alabama's not all about that. People up north do that too.
People up north are pretty jacked too.
Oh my God. So how long have you been back in Alabama now, Robert?
I want to say since March.
Okay. And you said
almost 3 months.
You got a job pretty quickly. What are you doing?
2
Tell
weeks.
us what you do.
So I run a high-low forklift. It basically the entire cab goes up with the forks, and somebody needs a part, I go find the location that it's in and get it off a shelf.
Is it the drive straight forward forklift, or
back and forth? Back and forth. Doesn't go anywhere else. It's right up against the shelves.
Interesting. What's the name of the company you work for?
Erozu.
And they make like
it's like a auto manufacturing. They do like Toyota. I don't want to name off the wrong things. Hyundai, I think they do like the foreign vehicles.
I see. Cool.
They're based out of Japan.
Is there a lot of Japanese people that work there, or like managers?
There's like a good mixture of different cultures, actually.
Word. Pretty cool.
Not one dominating the other.
Do you like this job?
It's my best paying job so far.
Like ever?
Ever.
In your life?
In my life.
Jeebus. That's awesome, dude.
Every other job I've been struggling.
That is crazy to think about too, because I feel like the pay rate is higher up in Michigan than it is here, like minimum wage or something. Or maybe not minimum wage. Is it?
Actually, not so much.
No?
And the cost
Matt's
of living
laughing, so.
and the cost of living is atrocious.
Cost of living's higher, pay's not really higher than Alabama.
Depending on where you're at. Now, there was some companies like this one in Michigan that were paying like 18, and there's some down here, Mercedes probably.
Yeah.
That are paying like closer to 18 to start.
Right.
This was just the first immediate opportunity, and I'm okay with it because I'm not struggling at the moment.
Nice.
I mean, I have other things I need to do still, but I'm just getting started.
Yeah. Wow. Well, it's cool. It's great to have you back, man. Have you back in tow. I just got to get.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back here.
Just get Jason back, so everybody's here.
Yeah.
So then everybody can be here, and then still not hang out. You know what I mean? Like we're all here, but nobody like. I'm actually trying to put together a thing where we all get together, maybe like once a month or something.
I'd be down
to
for
like
that.
watch TWA, hang out, have a couple drinks. Just us guys, though, just the boys. We all get together and kind of do what we used to do as teenagers, but as adults, talk and shoot the breeze and
something to get away.
Yeah, I feel like that would be pretty interesting.
I will say,
get everybody on the same page
all the time now.
You getting that OT,
man?
I
got 66 hours. The last week. So like Monday through Saturday. Saturday varies, but mostly 11 hours.
Nice.
Very nice.
Did you see the episode with Jason on week after last?
I did.
What'd you think? Took us down memory lane a little bit.
Miss you, Jason. Miss you. Come back. Or don't.
I miss you. Come back. Or don't. Yeah, it was a good one, man. We took a trip down memory lane on some things, and he's doing a lot of great stuff right now in ministry. He's working in ministry and all that stuff. So he's pretty busy with that kind of stuff. He does ministry for his church, and then he does like a skateboard ministry through like this thing that was started by some ex-celebrities. So yeah, it's been
cool
pretty
stuff.
well. Speaking of the past, man, I wanted to bring up TWA stuff. I asked Jason this, what were some of his most fondest memories? And not even specifically, I said TWA, but it doesn't have to be specific. What are some of your fondest memories of that time period? And it doesn't have to be exclusively TWA. It could be, or it could be just any other like really cool, fond, or crazy wild memory that you have back then.
Remember the camp that we all went to?
Yeah, youth camp.
Youth camp.
Yeah.
The night that we all had the mattresses set up for wrestling.
Okay.
I think that was maybe not the most fondest, but the most memorable.
Yeah.
Because it was fun just watching everybody, watching Kako and Magical Jester just randomly go into the cafeteria?
Yeah, the rec hall. Yeah.
Rec hall. That was funny. That was.
Yeah. I remember seeing people's faces. They were like, what is going on? Like, what are these guys doing?
Yeah. Just hanging out and just goofing off, not having any structure of any kind. That's what I liked about
Didn't you and Ivy dress up like some of your wrestling characters when we did the wrestling matches at night in our bunks and all that?
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, maybe it was just
Poison Ivy showed up.
Okay, so
yes.
he put his Poison Ivy. And I think somebody put the Mark Cavallera mask on too.
Maybe
it was Matt Roy. I don't remember, but I remember seeing that.
I was just watching though. It was fun.
That was good times, man. Youth camp, and then it was all over. We're all gone, and we were all kind of sad. Remember when we came back? We're like back at Thomas's house. We're all sad. We're like, oh man, we're all gone.
Yeah,
we felt like really empty. And then I remember thinking in my head though, I was like, but at least we all still have each other, and it wasn't like just one of us went and met all these friends, and now you're back at home by yourself.
Yeah.
Like it was still like the 6 of us still there, like hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. Anything else that stands out besides youth camp? About us growing up?
I mean, y'all probably are the most influence on how I am now, as far as I'm not a crybaby anymore. Not weak anymore, I guess. I attribute a lot of that to getting my ass kicked.
Trial by fire, bro. I was telling Jason on the last show that your biggest fan back then, like when you first joined the Backyard Wrestling Club, was Ivy was your biggest fan. I forgot to mention that when he was on the phone earlier, but he was your biggest fan because, do you know why he was your biggest fan before I tell the why?
Or was I his biggest fan?
You were his biggest fan?
I was.
No, he was your biggest fan.
Oh yeah, because I took his place.
There you go. Right. Because you took all the hazing and all the just awesome abuse that he used to endure. He kind of
I took in the greenhorn spot.
Oh my gosh. And Jason told do you remember the story that Jason told about the plunger where you were like laying in the bed and he goes,
yeah. Yeah. A lot of torment.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny. And then like, we picked on you a lot. And then when you left to go to Michigan, we were all like upset with you. And we're like, oh man. And then we all like missed you. We're like, oh man, we miss Robert.
Yeah.
And we're like kicking your ass all the time.
First couple of years in, I wanted to move back. And I got stuck with what I was doing. I met my ex-wife. I met up there.
You think that was one of your biggest reasons why? Because you met your previous wife?
Yeah. The only reason, which I'm not talking about anybody. If anybody's
you
watching.
heard it first here. Robert talking major smack about his ex-wife. Tune in. The Wrestling Diaries.
The only reason I moved back up there after moving back was because she wanted to move back. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't want to. So
how long did you guys live here before you moved back to Michigan?
11 to 2016.
Okay, so 5 years, half a decade. Yeah. Man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because you guys moved, and then Mandy and Jason moved, and it was like this rekindling of all of our friendship type thing because everybody was hanging out together. We had a bunch of parties, a bunch of get-togethers all the time. That was pretty sweet. Yeah. Pretty sweet setup back then.
Oh yeah, but I shouldn't have moved. I should have stayed here. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I can't say I regret any of it because I grew from most of the struggle. I've learned how to survive. I've learned how to. I haven't had to live on the streets or anything like that, so I can't say I've had it bad. Other people have definitely had it bad and still have it bad. Mentally is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Physically, I was fine. Mentally, I was kind of losing it there, especially during the pandemic initially.
Yeah, I always tell people that too. Like you should always have like a better perspective. Like anytime you're eating a crap sandwich in life, you should also be like, yeah, but like, how much worse is this somewhere else? Whereas if I was somewhere else living that life, and then the crappiest life I'm living here would actually be like, oh, I wish I could live that life because that would be amazing. Like that. That's my only problems is like people are rude and it's hard to get a good job. That's my only problem. It's not like I'm in jail or being like chased by the military. Or
there was a scare. I didn't want to talk about it last time because I was still in the middle of it. I almost had a good 5-year prison scare. Almost.
Tell us about that.
Well, now that it's all over, I don't mind. Just got to remember the order of it.
So when I write the synopsis for this episode, I just want you to know it's going to say, close friend Robert talks about prison life.
I wasn't in prison.
Well, that's what I'm going to write, though.
All right. Liable. No. So I was working at a restaurant with a few of my buddies that I lived with, dishwasher, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Money is money. And I usually would carry my bug out bag that would have my pistol in it because I believe everybody should be able to have some form of protection, even if they don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
I carry my knife on me. Everybody should carry something. This isn't always enough. Anyway, I had a vehicle that I was paying a lease on. Never buy a lease. It's not worth it. Okay. Unless you're retired. Anyway, and I would keep my bag in it. Well, when I got divorced, I said screw it and just decided to drive like every single other idiot and go 90 and like a 50 to get everywhere. I got pulled over too many times. I got my license restricted. That made my insurance skyrocket to $600 a month. So eventually I had to choose between pay for the lease, pay for child support, pay for this monstrous insurance bill. The lease had to just deal with it and pay for the lease. So, and I knew they were going to take it because of that. So they took it. Trying to keep this story short. I had nowhere to put my bag and I refused to go anywhere without it because I don't know. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I have first aid and all kinds of stuff in it. I end up bringing it into the store, and the first night I forget it because my routine's completely off. I am a man of routine. I forget it. The next morning they find it and they go through it. A lot of people like to argue that, well, they had no right to go through it. That's your personal property. And well, that's not how the cops looked at it.
Yeah. But, that's why like they have some bags that have like the little locks.
Yeah.
Lock it up so people can. Good investment.
Future reference. Yeah. Thank you for that. Anyway, the pandemic starts a week after that.
Yeah.
I'm told I'm supposed to go to court for all this because I have to go to the cops and say this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. I didn't get arrested. I wait 6 months for lockdown. Court's closed. No answers. Nobody's anywhere. So I'm in my trailer, which I lived with like 6 people at the time. Cost of living was cheaper that way.
Yeah.
And it took all that time for them to finally get back with me and say, hey, you need to get here now that everything's open. I forgot what I was going with.
You were just telling the story about your legal trouble.
Oh, yeah.
You got in trouble with the...
So basically they said you could get 5 years in prison and $2,500 fine.
Real quick. So what law did you break in Michigan exactly?
They didn't get me for, well, I'm not going to. Basically, it wasn't concealed carry. I didn't have a permit for that.
Okay.
I don't really believe in that. But anyway, that's all they got me for. But that was enough for it to be a felony.
Oh, wow.
For them.
Okay. So concealed carry without a permit.
Yeah, that's what it was.
All right.
just basically owning a gun without a piece of paper is what I was going to go end up getting in trouble for.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it, because that's basically what it is. Or a piece of plastic, whatever the license is.
Mm. All right. So then anyways, walk us through. You had to deal with all this court,
So,
also the pandemic.
Yeah, no job because they fire me immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. Not allowed on premise. No vehicle. So I'm relying on others to get me around.
Mm-hmm.
Unemployment didn't go into effect until 5 months in. So
Eesh.
the first week, I went and bought a shit ton of ramen and a shit ton of Chunkies, the canned meals.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I lived on for almost 6 months.
Damn, dude.
I mean, again, other people have it worse.
True. I mean, at least you had
I had food.
chunky soup.
I had a roof. And I had electricity because I still did side jobs to help cover my cost of rent and stuff. I just had to have somebody drive me, or walk, which not a big deal. People do it. There's buses.
So when were you finally free of all of this legal trouble?
November 30th of last year. And this was it took almost a year to get the thing started. First court appearances, which 2 of them were video chat, and the judge didn't look me in the eye once. She was just like this the whole time, looking at her paper and not looking up one time. Just another number, another case to get through. There ain't no person here. It's just numbers.
Maybe you scared her.
The prosecutor is the one that was on my side.
Okay.
That's the only reason. I only got a misdemeanor out of the whole thing.
Nice.
20 hours community service, $500 fine, and gun safety class. That's it. I could have been in prison. I could have been way broke, way in debt, way more. Because of the fine, I wouldn't have been able to pay for that. $2,500. I didn't have it. I had $10 every week after paycheck because of all the bills.
Right.
Because it's expensive up there. Anyway, I come down here for that interview in the middle of all of that.
Yeah.
So the rest of it, anybody can watch the rest of it.
Right. I'll probably link the last episode so people get a
just to
update.
Cut that short story. Yes.
Yeah. So were you talking about your ex-wife earlier? I don't know. We did definitely mention that you have you were married once before, ended in divorce. You have a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about your daughter.
She is in Michigan still with her mother. One of the main reasons I wanted to come down here was just to get out of there. I couldn't tell the future. Obviously, moving down here doesn't mean things were going to get better.
Right.
At the time when I was just thinking, it's just got to be better than up here. It's got to be better. Financially, there's got to be something different. Which again, if I get down here and 2 weeks later, things kick into gear with the job and all that. I'm able to put stuff away. I can actually anyway, with her though, I don't get to see her as much anymore, but this was my thing. I only got to see her 28 days a year based on how it lined up, because I'd get her once every other weekend. But I worked 6 days a week. So I really only got to see her 1 day out of that weekend. I did the math, 28 days. Mm-hmm. I'd rather get her for a longer period of time. More quality time, I guess, rather than just saying hi, then bye.
Yeah.
In 1 day. That's not enough time to do anything. Plus, now with my job, I can actually plan things to do with her. Mm-hmm. And I still talk to her. Like, I can actually message her now. She's got her own messenger and stuff. So it's not like we don't get to talk to each other.
How old is your girl?
She is 8 years old.
That's insane, dude.
Think about that. Last time
me feel
you
like
saw
a fossil.
her.
Yeah, she's a little. Oh, the last time I saw her, she wasn't a baby. She was like a little over a toddler,
kind
like
of a
preschool,
toddler.
or maybe
it was like 1.5, 2.
The last time I saw her?
She wasn't older than 3.
Well, I saw her in 2018, which was
you were
4
up
years
there.
ago.
That's right.
Yeah,
You were
remember?
up there. Yeah.
Because she kept like chasing me and
Right,
hanging all
right.
over me. And she was like,
you saw
Daddy,
her.
I want him. And
Things
you're like,
have
no.
Things have happened since then. A memory shot.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you saw her. She can write, she can read, she can do
Sweet.
math. She's good.
That's crazy, dog.
She can have a full-blown conversation with you right now.
It's got a...
And you'll think, how do you know
That
that?
blows my
How do you know how to say, you're like 8.
blows my mind. So like, is she, how do you, are you going to go up to Michigan to get her? Does she get brought down here? Do you go up to Michigan to just see her? Like, how does that work?
Well, this is the first year, so
Trying to still ironing all that
what
out.
we're thinking, me and my ex, is probably like meeting halfway
Okay.
here and there.
Yeah.
First year is probably only going to be a week because I want to take my vacation time when she's down here.
Right.
So that I can actually not go to work and have to have somebody watch her, because then what's the point of her being down here?
Yeah.
I'd rather be off work. Anyway, that we're ironing out those details. That's
something I was thinking about, not to deviate the subject, but about you saying like, you weren't like a big fan of living in Michigan and you wanted to be here. You feel like Alabama is better than Michigan, I guess anecdotally, but
yeah.
I think like it might not necessarily just be better. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know, but like speaking economically or sociably or whatever. But I think for you specifically, a lot of what it is just it's what the way you categorize it. Like for you, there's a lot of good memory. There's a lot of good juju. There's a lot of good energy from here. You were raised here. You understand this place better. Yeah. And so you it's a better environment for you to thrive in. I guess in the same way that like, your ex felt that way about Michigan. And it's kind of like wherever you feel more at home and more comfortable with is where you can thrive better. And so I feel like a lot, I mean, I'm not there. Somebody could probably make an argument and maybe
anybody can argue anything.
Yeah. Anybody can argue anything. The economy's better or not better or whatever. But I think specifically for people, if you feel a certain way, if you feel better about something, you're going to perform better that way. You know what I mean?
It is about your own individual happiness.
Yeah. And so if you're like extra happy here, then you're going to get a better job and you're going to make better friends. And you're going to just perform better because your environment is better for you. I think that's the way I look at it.
Specifically, yes.
So,
because I think I said last time, your happiness shouldn't be based on where you're at or who you're around, but you said it. Yeah. What you just said. That's it.
That's cool. What are your next goals, man? So you got back here, you got a job. What's your next, the next thing?
Let's go to the setback, I guess.
It's the setback. I was
about to buy, I said I wanted a Tesla or an electric vehicle as my next vehicle.
Yeah.
The Passport that I had, engine blew on me. So because of that, I lost that job that I had up there. And I wasn't supposed to be here until August.
Right.
I came back early because all that blew up in my face. Like, well, I don't have the money to fix this and I don't want to be in debt to Michigan again. Yeah. Stuck up here longer. So I said, to hell with this, I'm out.
So it's cool because a bad thing, actually, a good thing came out of a bad thing, right? You got back circumstantially.
Yeah. So some of my goals I've had to alter. Things happen. Right. Life is life.
Right.
You have to dance to it. It's rhythm. I had a Yukon I was going to be, which I still have.
Yeah.
My stepdad, he buys vehicles to fix, get them perfect, and then sells them for profit.
Smart.
That's how I got my last vehicle. I got it off of him. I was going to buy this one. Some idiot, redneck, come at me, ran me off the road. He's driving on my side, and I end up turning into the ditch.
So, like you say, so he like literally drove up beside you and then started coming in?
He was in my lane.
Okay.
Coming around a corner up a hill, so I couldn't see him coming. He's driving like he's in England.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Could have been.
So in other words, if you didn't swerve out of the way, it's a head-on collision.
And I could have been killed.
Jeez.
I don't know how well the seatbelts work.
Did you honk?
I didn't have time. There was literally
beep, beep. Mind the roads, you butthole.
Split second, I had to choose. Okay, take it, go left or go right. right into the ditch.
So then what happened after that?
Hit a concrete culvert. This was just a couple of days ago. Hit a culvert, smashed both right side tires, spring. This is a GMC Yukon. So this is a
big
beefy
SUV
vehicle.
Big SUV, yeah.
Spring breaks, the drive shaft breaks. It takes a lot of force. I hit the thing and bounced when airborne, hit the other tire.
Wow.
Got some of it fixed. It's fixable. It could have been worse. If I hit him head on, it would be totaled.
Did he stop to try to help you?
It took off. He dipped. Peace. He dipped out.
Roll, Tide, roll.
Peace.
Damn, dude. He's probably drunk or on drugs.
No
or both.
telling.
Or just
he's on my side of the road.
Piece of crap.
Yeah.
Or all of the above.
Yeah. On my side of the road, that's all I knew. So he's gone, and here I am with my vehicle. Well, there goes that electric idea.
Yeah. Well, for now.
For now. It's just a small setback, though. Here's the thing. I'm down here, and I'm making these good money now. I would never be able to fix a vehicle if I was still up there in the same situation.
Yeah.
Because I was paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Here I can actually put money away. It only took 3 months to get that. I have a savings. May not sound spectacular to other people, but for me, that's big because I never have had savings.
Yeah. What's your routing number and your account number?
None of your damn business.
Aw, nuts. I thought it would work. It didn't work.
But I can actually fix this.
Okay. Yeah. Was your stepdad pissed off that you messed up the
No.
Yukon?
They were more concerned with my health and stuff. They said, you need to go to the hospital because you might have whiplash now. I didn't hit anything on my neck.
What do you
nothing.
think, Matt? Was it your brother's fault or was it that guy's fault?
No, when it comes to Robert, he just has a long string of bad luck. That's about it. He's just like a constant string. Like your life, you can write a book of like how much bad luck you have. I was going to throw out this about electric cars, and no one's going to tell you this. So if you get like something like a Tesla, something that's completely electric, you have like a $5,000 gas tax you have to pay.
Really?
Yep. So that's
did
what
that on purpose.
they don't tell you this at all. Yeah. So since you're not paying for gas because the purchase of gasoline, petrol, that goes toward other facets of society. You know, that repairs highways. Since you're not paying for gas, you're not being a good consumer, and you're not adding back to the economy. So they get you through that fashion. So yeah, you have to pay like $5,000 gas tax.
You are a slave.
Yeah, you're a slave for life.
You could always get a hybrid. Get a hybrid Tesla.
There is that. Yeah. Man, well, there goes that. I'm not doing that.
Or just get a Prius.
Get a Prius. Fuck
just get a Prius like me.
Do they make trucks in that form?
A Prius truck? I don't think so. I mean, look, listen.
I need a big vehicle, man.
They make Prius trucks? Oh, yeah?
I have.
What is that?
I may be lugging
I should
stuff
get one
around
of those
a
so
lot.
I can go from being, because right now I'm driving a Toyota Prius Eco, so I'm a p***y. So if I can get the truck, I'll just be a wimp. I'll just upgrade from, yeah.
You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I've been trying to reduce my stuff. I need a vehicle that can haul stuff. If I don't know.
Get you one of those Tesla trucks, man. It looks like something out of Tron.
They look neat, but
They look neat. Dude, have you seen the new Broncos? Matt, you've seen it, right? My buddy JJ had one.
Oh yeah. Saw the recent Bronco. Man, you just keep on calling me down from oblivion here. Yeah. So the Bronco, I don't even think we've seen any since OJ in the 90s.
That's what made him famous. The sales of Broncos
That's why they had to stop making them.
They're like, wait, don't you guys get? He was a bad guy. He was running. Why are you buying Broncos? I don't know. The people at Ford are probably, oh hell yeah, we can get more of these football players killing their wives and their lovers and promoting their cars. Yeah. Well, what else outside of that, man? What's your biggest hopes and dreams? Would you like
one day when I'm an old man?
You ever made love to a man?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm straight.
Would you like to?
Nah, I'm good.
Damn it! I thought we were friends. Thought you loved me. I was just asking
One
for a friend.
day,
Never mind.
when I'm an old man, I would like to have a lot of property so that I can grow my own food, which that's slowly happening right now anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a vegetable garden going at the place. I want to be off grid as much as they'll allow. Eventually, you're not going to be able to do that. You get charged for collecting rainwater in some places, or
Whoa.
it's illegal.
That makes me want to vomit.
Which another thing that makes no sense. It's illegal to kill yourself.
What
What are you going to do? Bring me? What are you going to do?
If
Bring
you
me
kill
back?
yourself, that's a felony charge.
Random, but
You're going to jail.
It's just as stupid as that.
Can you imagine like your dead corpse, a shotgun blast, and just sitting in there in the jail cell and bleeding out, smelling up the place.
But you can't collect rainwater in certain cities, I guess. I don't know exactly. Don't quote me on where. I don't know where, but I know it's illegal, probably. But that's stupid. You can't
That's
collect
very
rainwater. What are you going to do? Dump it out?
That's so dumb.
Charge me just for wanting to drink
What if
water?
they can't charge you for filtering your own piss, can they? Wonder if that's a thing.
I don't know.
It came from my body.
I don't know.
My body, my choices.
Flint is still screwed up with their water.
Oh, with the water thing?
Yeah,
dude.
Remember we were talking about that last time?
Yeah.
It's still messed up. We're talking years.
I remember when I stayed, me and Matt went up there, and then we stayed at your cousin Cheyenne's place.
Yeah.
And I took a shower there, and I remember being like, 'cause after hearing all the stuff about the water on the news and just the things that you all had said,
Yeah.
and I was like, I still think about that now.
I
I'm
feel like it's
I wonder
spreading.
how many cancers and poisons I got from that one shower.
Yeah.
I grew like a
Where I lived,
second toe.
with the people that I lived with, the water there was starting to get pretty questionable, and it was city water.
That's
Wasn't-
bad.
Wasn't well
I
water.
feel like there should be no reason why you living in the United States of America, one of the most lavish first world places in the world, there should be an issue with water. Like that should not be a thing. Somebody needs to look into that immediately.
well,
Just shouldn't be a
good
thing.
luck. Good luck with that.
Right? Shouldn't be a thing.
We are corrupt.
We live in a place where the people that are in poverty are still wealthy compared to other places in the country and the world. So there's no reason why there shouldn't be like at least decent water coming out of your faucet
Especially
in
when
the United States.
Especially when
My
it's
opinion.
been caught years ago. You've had plenty of tax money you could have used to fix it. Reduce your pay. Politicians, reduce your pay. You don't need that much money.
They really don't.
You could take half of that money.
If they were
and-
so good, they would do it for free as a public service to this great country.
Yeah.
They go drive for Uber Eats. that's how they make there's a guy working for the Senate. He's like, well, hey, anyways, he gives his speech and he's like, all right, I got to go. It's rush hour. I
got
got
my other job
get
to
out
do.
and deliver some pizzas. I was just thinking
Struggle
of
like the rest
I was
of
thinking
us.
a funny joke about how you said it's illegal to like kill yourself. So it's like, like here's the image. Like the guy, he shot himself in the head and he's sitting in the jail cell dead, right? This big gaping, gashing hole. And there's some other guy in there with him and he leans over and he's like, hey, what are you in for? And he's dead. And he's like, hey man, I said, what are you in for? Man, this motherfucker ain't gonna talk to me. Rude ass.
That's terrible, but that's what.
Hey, that guy
What
said
do
it. I
you do?
didn't
Do
say
you
it.
arrest a corpse? What do
The
you?
hypothetical guy said it. I didn't say
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Robert.
Hmm.
What do you wrestle with? What are the monsters on your bed? Demons in your closet, sir?
Currently, compared to last time,
Don't tell me it's nothing.
I
because
can
of the power
honestly,
of powers.
I can honestly say I am not struggling.
With anything. No interpersonal.
I am slowly getting where I want to get. So I can't personal. No, I can't. I can honestly. I mean, okay. Here's one. I can't see my daughter as much.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a struggle, that's it. But there is a goal in mind. So love you, Kaylee. I'll see you when I can see you.
She gonna watch the show?
I don't know.
Oh,
Just in case. I guess that's a struggle, but you gotta sacrifice to get ahead sometimes.
Mhm.
And
Sometimes you have to take one step back, take two steps forward, or
she will be happy, and that's all that matters to me. Well, yeah, I guess that. Other than that, I'm Gucci.
Gucci. What what were you gonna say?
I met somebody too. I guess I'll throw that out there. Hello, if you're watching.
I thought you said you were like, I don't have time for romance. Blah 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 blah.
I don't need help getting it.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't trying to give you help.
Anyway.
I was just like, oh, this person I know, I will never
And this
help
was,
you again.
This was
ever.
yeah, fine.
Anyways,
anyway,
Tell us about this guy.
girl,
Excuse me.
woman, lady.
Non-binary.
Well, I'll just shout out hi, basically. Just a quick hi.
Okay.
But,
What's her name?
Megan.
Hey, Megan.
Just hi.
Hey, Megan. This is Mitchell Roulane of the Wrestling Diaries. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope to meet you very soon.
But yeah,
to take you out to Wendy's.
Other than not getting to see my daughter as much,
I'm kidding.
I can honestly say I don't have anything I'm struggling with at the moment.
Okay.
I don't have as much as most, but I'm getting there.
You still sleeping well? I know when you had came
I
back
was
that first
sleeping
week, you were like,
like
oh, wow, I slept like a baby.
Baby.
That's awesome, man.
A baby.
Nothing compares to a good night's sleep, right?
That's-
A good night's sleep is on par with like taking a good dump or
Oh.
having a really good home cooked hot meal. It's just those things are just irreplaceable. There's no price tag you can put on them. They're just like they're They're like it's your soul. It's like one of God's just greatest gifts He's given to you.
necessary. It's like
spoiling
water.
you with. Yeah.
No, I got 5 hours last night, but that's a fluke. Yeah, I'm still sleeping great.
Nice.
Still have to smoke a little to get there, but
Marlboro Reds or
no, weed.
oh, weed.
Make
We're not
it-
allowed to say it's illegal here in Alabama. We're not Michigan,
it?
dude. You can't say
Well,
that.
my
We're
stuff,
Christians
my
down here. You
stuff
can't.
came
We don't
from,
do that devil's weed
My stuff came from a legally purchased dispensary, so
from Alabama.
Michigan.
Oh.
I brought stuff with me.
But
Get
it
fucked.
don't matter, man. It's illegal down here. Matt, call the governor. Call Meemaw.
Call the IRS.
Guy's riding dirty. He's down here with some.
Hey, I bought it legally. I don't
You
give a
smuggled it in. You know damn well you did. You crossed state lines. You.
I wonder if we turned him in, Matt, if there's like a cash reward.
But it was legally
We'll look it up.
purchased. I don't know. I can argue that.
Okay. But that's what he'll tell him.
But no, I can honestly say it. I'm not really struggling much these days
That's good, dude.
for now.
Can I have some money?
I'll buy you a gift.
What kind?
I actually owe you a gift.
You do, and you owe me. Like, didn't I buy you some
I have
food?
a gift.
I wish I kept those receipts.
I don't have it. I actually have something for you. And I get with you later.
Sweet. So I'm going to ask the
Can't believe I forgot that.
your brother over here, you big bro, working on a telephone time machine, gonna make us a good Jillionaires. So if we could let you borrow this telephone time machine, you can pick it up and dial Robert in the past. Did I ask you this the last time? Telephone time machine? I feel like you'd remember. This is a pretty cool question. A lot of people like this one. Anyways, telephone time machine, you can pick it up and you can dial at any point in the past. And let's say, what I'm going to tell you is you're going to dial a Robert in the past that you felt like was the most down and out or the most cold or the most sad, depressed, pained. What Robert do you call, sir? He needs a conversation with you now because you're feeling good, you're sleeping well, you're happy, you got lesser struggles. So you're doing well. But this Robert he's at the bottom of the barrel.
2 particular times.
Okay.
In my life.
Which 2 guys do you call? What do you say to those Roberts?
17-year-old Robert.
Okay.
Keep going. Don't quit.
Why do you say that to him? What was he dealing with? With suicide?
Keep going. Don't stop. Put it down. And then pandemic starting, like the 6 months that I was waiting, cracking a little bit, waiting because I didn't know what was happening as far as prison time and all that other stuff. I'd never dealt with court on that scale. I'd say again, keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. All I can really say about that's all I would tell myself, I guess.
Nice. And now I'm going to alternate. Usually I ask the questions where I go telephone time machine, legacy, and then the other one I'll alternate with saddest moment, happiest moment. But now I'm going to cut that in half. Ask you the telephone time machine. Call 17-year-old Robert. Tell him to keep moving on. Don't hurt himself. it's going to be better. And then Robert for the pandemic, court issues. Everything's going to be good, right?
Yeah.
Instead of asking you about your legacy, because I think I asked you about legacy last time. You were talking about like your daughter and
You
what you
asked
wouldn't
me
leave
if you
behind.
had anything to say to her. What would it be? Something like that.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you, what is one of the most joyous moments in your life up to this point? One of the most happiest moments that you've been blessed with?
That's easy.
And what do you take away from it?
That's easy. Her birth. I was holding her in my arms. Tiny little life. I made that partially, in part.
Mm-hmm.
What do I take away from that?
Yeah. What do you take away from it?
It's my responsibility till I die, till the day I die.
Wow.
Even if I'm not in her presence, I'm still thinking about her and still doing what I can to get like some kind of future set up. Because as it passed me, I had nothing to leave her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like she'll be happy with her future
Nice.
if things keep going the way they're going. Just setbacks here and there, whatever. It's just a hiccup.
Yeah. Spoken like a very thoughtful, loving papa. I think, you know what's wonderful too about children is like, no matter how bad you screw up and you fall and up and everybody else is judging you, like, oh, he can't keep a job. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. He has problems with his romance. His wiener's too small. Like whatever the hell it is. The kids don't care. It's like an animal, right? It's like at a certain point, like until they get older, like they love you kind of unconditionally. I mean, like it also depends on environmentally and societally and who you are as a parent. But outside of that, there's a semblance of unconditional love in like a dog who loves you for a good reason, a bad reason, or no reason at all, right? And they don't look. They're like, oh, my dad's such a loser. He can't keep a job. They don't care about that. They just care about you, just you individually. You could have nothing, but maybe like pants and a shirt, and that's all you literally have, and they still love you. Like, oh, that's my parent, and that's a very interesting, real thing that a lot of people don't bring to the table in conversations about life and feeling like they, haven't done enough or they've failed too much or whatever. If you have children, like, and as long as you're not like doing them wrong,
right, not
like
abusing and all that,
they're gonna love you regardless. Like,
yeah.
For now, until she gets older, and then she's like, oh, my dad didn't buy me a car for my sweet 16. What an a-hole! I'm rebelling.
God, the teen
Can't stand
years.
him. Yeah,
boy.
but for now.
She's an angel for now.
She's going to love you no matter what you do, dude, whether you're on high or you're on low. And that's a wonderful thing, I think, to go to sleep on.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Cool. Thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad to get you on here, man. You kept whining and begging me to be on the show. I was like, God, just shut up. He's like, come on, let me come on the show. I'm your friend. You let Jason on there. I want to get on there, too. And you said it in that accent.
Got to get everybody else on here now.
I know, right? Got to get good old Ive. Can I call you Ive? You listen to this? Bitch. And then good old Tomcat. He can escape his wife's purse. I said it, everybody. I'm not scared. I'm just kidding. Love you, Amy. Maybe. They're having a baby soon. Not soon. I don't know. I don't know when, but yeah, they're having another kid.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Great. Any final words of wisdom for all these millions and the millions of Myths fans?
I mean, I guess if you're struggling with something and you feel like there is no hope, cliche, whatever, I don't care. It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Don't stop. Just keep going. That's it.
Amen and amen. Love you, brother. Thanks for coming on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you tuning in to another episode of the Wrestling Diaries. I had a good friend here, old childhood friend, and a part of our group of our brotherhood, our circle of brotherhood, Robert Roy, Matt's younger brother. Really good friend. Trying to make it in life. Check out our content on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and a host of other platforms for audio streaming, video also on Spotify, YouTube for video as well. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content. Final thoughts. I don't know. I don't really have any final thoughts. Are you becoming? This isn't necessarily inclusive to this episode, just in general. Are you becoming? And somebody might be like, what? What do you mean? Becoming what? And the answer is something more, right? Are you becoming something more than what you are? I asked this to somebody once, and that's what they're like, becoming what? And I was like, something more. And they're like, whoa, I never really thought about that. Am I?
It could be interpreted by the individual.
Yeah. Are you becoming?
Doesn't have to be
something more.
Specific thing.
Anyway, what do you wrestle with and how can you beat it? One love.